the Brown Boys, the Brown Boys, the Brown Boys, we the Brown Boys, the Brown Boys, we the Brown Boys. But I want y'all to listen to this, man.
Now, Marcellus Wiley, I know something you don't want to do for sure is to go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right.
Woo! Hey, look. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'm going to play it all the way through the first time, and then I'm going to rewind it, and then I'm going to break it down. Because y'all need to hear this all the way through first.
Go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah, you got to be on code. You got to walk a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way in the group. Familiar? Now you're 60, and now your gang is Democrats. Now your gang is the DNC. Banging on anybody else who ain't sounding the same, looking the same, acting the same, talking the same, walking the same. Scared ass kid. Still in the gang and just gonna switch it up from Crips or Bloods to some damn Democrat or Republican. Grow up. Second thing is you are a dropout. Me and you ain't the same. I'm not acting out those traumas. I ain't acting out like I got to be a part of a gang or a pack or act a certain way. I ain't on code. I do the code. I write my own code, damn it. Talking about dropout. And look, me, while you doing all that growing up in the same neighborhood as me, still a little older, in the same neighborhood as me, guess what I'm doing? Putting my head down, looking at them damn books, going to practice, avoiding the gangs, not trying to get jumped every other day. So I could become who I want to be. What is that, Marcellus? Wherever the hell I want it to be.
I hear Marcellus Wiley, and I'm reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde, and he said that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And they interpreted that to mean that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. You reference the things that I've done in my past, the things that I've done to hurt people, the things that I've done to do damage. But what are you doing now? What things do you do now to make things better? Who do you throw your support behind? Like, to me, I think that the gang now I support is the 350,000 black women who've lost their jobs, or the federal workers who are now unemployed, or the people who are being spirited away and denied human rights because of the color of their skin or the language they speak. When I was a kid, I believed that you should throw your support behind the most powerful people because that will keep you safe. But now I understand that it's the things you do for people that can't do anything for you that matters. Your past or mine. I can guarantee you there are things that you've been accused of in your past you don't want to talk about. So let's keep it off past. Because suffice it to say, both of us have done things we're not proud of. Both of us have done things we either have atoned for or should. So let's stay where we are right now. I'm no more a gang member and a dropout than you are a football player. But where I am now, yeah, you graduated from Columbia. But do you think you're that much more intelligent than me?
Yes. What are you talking about? If this was a black woman saying this to him, he would have never said, yeah, you went to Columbia, but do you think you're that much more intelligent than me? Yes. On a lot of different aspects, a person who went to Columbia is definitely smarter than you. I'm not saying like you couldn't be right about something. You can't be right about a topic, or you couldn't be spot on about some information that you studied. But no, a person, there ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna say, hey, you went to Columbia, but you ain't smarter than me. Like, what? Nigga, what? Come on, dog. Stop.
We both do the same things. Well, you're a podcaster. I'm a broadcaster. We both say things. You see things and you say them. I see things and I say them. I don't got to go back to your past. I go by what you're doing right now. Right now. And what you are doing right now is helping a man who decided to make the world a darker place for people that look like me and you. That's what you decided to do. That ain't your past. That's last week. That's today. That's something you do all the time. My dislike for you has nothing to do about what you did in your past. It's what you continue to do now by saying washing the stuff that's going on right now. By saying washing it. You can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I've ever done is as horrible as the things that you abide. And
you can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I ever done is worse than what? Do you not know gangs destroy and kill and take away from their own people, their own community? Do you not know the gangs unalive their own people, Mr. Hughley? Do you not know you talking about racism and all this other stuff, and you took part in unaliving your own people, allegedly? If you're a part of gangs sell drugs, they do a lot of things, and it's usually against their own community. But you say he's taking part in a man that's destroying society. Let's see. You don't got to like everything Trump said. Hell, I don't like everything Trump say and do. I think sometimes he need to be quiet and just focus on what he's doing, the good stuff that he's doing. But school choice, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, fighting to bring jobs back to America, closing the border, ending wars, and you can't see nothing good that he's doing? Are you kidding me? Is that the only hill that you're going to hang your hat on, is because that you don't like Trump? That means you're above Marcellus Wiley because you like a guy like Trump? That's your only thing? Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Trump should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. Like it, love it, or leave it. He should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. The guy stopped 8 wars. He should have won it. Whether you like him or not, he should have won it. And this is what's wrong with society. I said this over and over again. We're going to have to take people out of the jury booth and put machines in the jury booth. That we can no longer entrust that people can be fair and impartial if your disdain for Trump can't allow you to see that this man still like Americans. This man is kicking illegals out. Forget what you think they are. They came over here illegally. They're taking money out of American citizens' hands. That's like me marrying a woman and I already have children and I treat my stepchildren better than I treat my own children. America got its own kids. We got homelessness in America. We have military men laying on the side of the road after fighting for our country, begging for change. And you'd rather give hotel rooms to illegal immigrants for votes instead of military men and women that done got a leg maybe shot off, or maybe have mental illness, or they can't really think straight because what they saw over there at wartime. You would rather spend our tax dollars to give hotels and monies and places to illegal immigrants than the people that fought for me to be able to speak the way I'm speaking on the internet. And you have the nerve to act like you doing the righteous thing? This shit is crazy. They don't want to sit down and have conversations in real life. They want to shout on the internet, run from you in real life, and then disrespect you and act like they have some type of moral high ground. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even see educated blacks in the hood. These bourgeoisie Negroes don't come to the hood unless it's a camera or a photo op. They don't come and mentor to your kids. They don't come and show them the things that they did. They don't come and show them special Roth IRA accounts that they can get. They don't come show them nothing. All they tell them about is you can't make it because the white man over your head. While this Negro is a rich former comedian. I don't understand that. Marcellus Wiley sounded just as dumb to you? Okay, let's break it down. Salute to you, Will Allen. Let's break it down. Marcellus Wiley pretty much showed kids, hey, What I saw from what Marcellus Wiley said, he didn't speak like he was in a position above you. Hey, I had to hide from gangs. I had to keep my head down, and I had to focus on my books. He's giving you a blueprint. I focused on my book. So let's break it down. Let's go to it.
Is to go back and forth about people's past.
Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality.
Yep, I told you. These weenie dogs and these BANs, they hide in groups. If you had to stand on everything you said on your own by yourself, a lot of people would be silent and they would not talk above a whisper. If majority of men and women had to deal with what they were saying and what they were doing on their own, if they had to deal with their consequences and actions on their own, they wouldn't talk above a whisper. Most of these niggas have bad asses that's stronger than oxes that's going to protect them better than they'll protect a woman. Most of these talk like they mamas and they aunties because that's all they've been around. Your daddy will tell you, watch what you say to somebody because he'll punch you in your face. Watch your mouth when you're talking to another man. That could be the person that in your life. But no, that day is gone. We don't have to give respect to our fellow man because we got a gun. We got friends. We got gangs. So there's no more common, decent respect. We only respect white people. We only respect people that has power and authority. Other than that, if it's black, oh, you give them the utmost disrespect. So I didn't see that in this conversation with Marcellus Wiley.
And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code.
Oh, part of a pack, got to live on code. Every last one of us have been a part of a pack and had to live on code. Because my mama black, I was born into the Democratic Party. Every last one of you have, and every last one of you black people in this chat was taught by mama, grandmama, and your pastor to be a Democrat. This is why I know what I'm talking about. These politicians go straight to your church and they speak life through your pastor, and your pastor speak through your mama and your auntie. And by the time you get to the house and your auntie and your mama and all the ladies that done went to church tell you what you should vote for, the moment you say something different, then the devil is in you. That goddamn devil in you, boy. So don't sit up here and try to pretend as if black folks aren't a monolith through the elders in the community that taught them all this bullshit about there's a party shift and you're wrong if you are not a Democrat. Republicans are racist. All of these things were taught to me before I even had a chance to look and decide for myself. And those of you in the chat, if you want to be honest, it was taught to you as well. And then when you don't stay on code and you don't say what everybody else say, they call you a coon, they call you whatever. Hell, these people think you should be hurt if you don't say what they say, if you don't act the way they act. Right now, if I want to be liked by everybody, all I got to do is go to a black church and ask, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed up? That's all I got to do is go to a black church and ask, have you ever been swallowed? And go up in there, praise the Lord, say I like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and say that I vote like a woman and I got a woman's mind. Women get conquered. Why the fuck would I want to vote like a woman? And do all women vote the same? Who even says a dumb statement like that, Roland Martin? You sitting up here with your titties out. Yeah, you got man boobs. You sitting up here with your man boobs out with a shirt on, and I'm going to show it to y'all, that said, vote like a black woman. What the f does that even mean? That's so disrespectful. All these young boys can't have their own mind because they got to vote like their mama, like a woman. Anything that they do on their own, they wrong. But yet and still you want to call men kings? I won't placate to that fake ass no more. They don't look at us black men as no damn kings. They look at us as battering rams and to just defend women. If you stand up like a king and say, no, I think this is wrong, I think this is what should happen, they'll show you what they think about you, king. They'll disrespect your mama. They'll disrespect your children. They'll disrespect everybody you like. Everybody you like because you won't do what they want. But you want to sit up here and talk about 80% of women vote Democrat. Absolutely do. But you're going to tell me vote like a black woman. And then they'll trick some black women into thinking that because you say, hell no, I won't do no mind control like that. You got to explain to me, what am I voting for? You're not just going to get me in no line just because no black women is doing it. Are you kidding me? Now, let me play some more Marcellus Wiley before I show you in this next video.
Oh, don't. I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah.
And I respect Marcellus Wiley for saying I lived in it, because I lived in it. All of you have been quiet so you don't get ostracized from your family and your group. Hell, I got an auntie right now don't want me on her porch because I try to tell her about the things that Trump doing. Auntie, what about tax on tips? No tax on tips. I don't give a damn. I don't like Trump. What Trump ever did to you, auntie? I just don't give a damn. I don't like him. Okay, you can not like him, but would it help overall if more people had money in their pocket? I don't give a damn. I don't like Trump. Like, this don't make no sense at this point. They're dumbing people down till they can't even make rational decisions that's for the greater good of everybody. I don't gotta like Trump. I think Trump should have let out that Epstein list. But I understand why he didn't let out the Epstein list. Because it's gonna be everybody that you like on it. It'll shut down the government if all of your top government officials, allegedly, I think I snapped, is on a damn Epstein list, sleeping with underage boys and women and young girls. That would ruin society as we speak. You think you want to see that? How would you recover from that? How would you recover if your top names in Congress, your top name politicians, your top name rappers and athletes, they're all on this list and they all been partying with younger people? How do you recover from that? What do you do with that information? Most of you ain't gonna want to believe it anyway. Most of you ain't gonna believe that Oprah ain't what y'all think she is. Most of y'all wouldn't want to believe it. Most of y'all wouldn't want to believe that Oprah had a school and allegedly some things happened. Y'all ain't gonna want to believe that. Oprah been giving y'all cars for years. Y'all not gonna want to believe that the people y'all grew up idolizing and loving because you ain't want to look at your life in the right way and get your life better. You've been living vicariously through these other black symbols and figureheads. You ain't gonna want to see the fact that these people that you've been idolizing ain't Jack Judy. And I've been trying to warn you for the last 4 years. You only listen when Cat Williams came up there and told you. You only listen when Cat Williams said it. I've been saying the people that you like, you probably shouldn't like them. And the people that they told you not to like, you probably should take a second look at them. I've been saying this same shit since I got on YouTube. And some people say, Kwame, what's your message? You don't have no message. As you see, they talk about my whole family, my children, my mama, my brother. I must got a message better than some of these other people because I'm being done like the people in the past got done. I'm being done like the so-called leaders of the past got done. They disrespected my entire family and my entire lineage. And you think that's by a mistake? They're doing that on purpose. They're doing that on purpose. First, you only knew me as a bust. Now, let me introduce you to his entire family. What the fuck does what my brother did in his life got to do with me? But anyway, to take any way in this society to take away from somebody that may be telling you things that you might wake up and say, you know what? I'm tired of being trapped in the brain and worried about Democrat, Republic, whether I like Trump or Joe Biden. Let me have some fun. Let me get me a woman that love me. Let me have some kids that respect me. Let me focus on my life. Let me focus on running my bag up. No, let me get caught up in all the worldly things. Let me get worried about who having sex. Let me worried about who look like they popping. You say vote like a black woman. I can't vote for shit that control me. I can't vote for most SNAP programs when I know they're going to say, hey, the next time they roll out a vaccine, the people who are on these SNAP programs, in order for you to live here, you're going to have to take this vaccine. You can't be here. Allegedly, I think I snapped. You can't be here. You want me to vote for a party that tell me outright you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You want me to vote for a party that tell me that we can't come up with a black agenda and run on a black agenda. What? You run on an Asian one. You run on an Indian one. You run on everybody else. So no, I won't go do the fool with you.